Hello, and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 8th grade concept of direct variation. This is standard 8.5E in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 34 off the 2017 released STAAR test. If you have not done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we've got the number of gift baskets that Nikki can make varies directly with the amount of time. So it's going to vary directly with the amount of time she spends on the baskets. And we've got 4 baskets in half an hour. So we see that's kind of given to us as a ratio. And so we need to figure out how many baskets she can make in 5 hours. So we can solve it with a ratio. We can also solve it with direct variation. So I'll show you both, but they can both get you the correct answer. So direct variation is pretty simple. It's also on your mathematics chart, y equals kx. They don't give you an equation, but they do say varies directly. So that gives you kind of a clue. So we just need to figure out what this constant here is, because they're going to give us an x and a y. So it varies directly with the amount of time. So that's going to be your independent variable. And so your dependent variable is going to change based on how much time you have. So now we've got our x and our y. So she can make 4 baskets in the time of half an hour. So let's figure out what that is. So I've got y equals kx. So my y is 4. My k is going to be unknown. I'm going to multiply it by 1/2. All right, so I need to isolate that k. So how do I get rid of that 1/2? Well, you can multiply both sides by 2, right? Because 2 times 1/2 just equals 2 over 2, which equals 1. So let's multiply that by 2 as well. That's going to cancel each other out. And you're going to get k equals 8, right? And really what we solved for was the constant of proportionality. And that's something that we've even learned about last year in 7th grade. And it's this k equals y over x, which is just a variation of this right here. All we're doing is dividing both sides by x. So we found our k because we divided our 4 by 1/2. And when you divide by a fraction, it's kind of weird to have a fraction in the denominator. It's the same as multiplying by the inverse. And so we multiplied the numerator by 2. All right, so now we've got that, right? So k equals 8. I did say that you can use this as a proportion, right? So you can say 4 baskets over half an hour, we're just going to label that, is blank baskets over, we've got the 5 hours, right? So we also could just set up a little cross multiplication here, right? So that's going to be 20 equals 1/2, and I'll just call that b, right? So if 1/2 b equals 20, so we're going to multiply both sides by 2 here, and b equals 40. That's what I get when I do that. Let's see if I plug this 8 back into my y equals kx. That's going to work. So y equals kx. But now they're going to give me 5 hours. So that's going to be my x right here. And then my k is 8. Yeah, pretty simple. So either way you look at it, we're getting 40 baskets in 5 hours. So it's not too difficult to get the correct answer here, but we do have a little bit of work to do. We've got to bubble it in. So remember, we've got this very long, thin column with no bubbles underneath it. That just gives you the decimal point. There's 2 digits to the right of the decimal. We don't need either of those in this case. 4 digits to the left. So we're just going to do 40 like this. Make sure you bubble in the 4. Make sure you bubble in the 0. There's a plus and minus off to the left. You don't need either of those. It automatically defaults to positive, and there's your answer.